My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher court of yours?
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the violence committed in the name of our cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to tell him your side of the story.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man. For years I gave him loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die, he'll never be able to use me again.
Wow. But yeah, Fub, you have the Absolute Sandman collection. That's 4 hefty tomes. I was thinking of buying something like that, but then I came across this beauty, and oh god, I just love it. The only downside is this one's 100, and the sequel's 100 too. The second one. But I saw the other one as well. The slipcase 4 covers that look really nice as well. Hi, kitty. At least I thought it was 100, or was it a 50? No, I think it was 100. Because shipping. Whoa,
Give
whoa,
it
whoa.
up, Mr. Jensen.
Okay, whew. Hi, kitty. There is inspire. Inspire.
So tell your side of the story to the
Hi,
press.
kitty.
Swear at your trial that you're a better person than him. You want a peaceful solution to the
Actually, it might be
augmentation crisis?
50 rather than 100.
Every camera in the country is going to be pointed at you. Use it to make a case.
No, wait.
Convince
Shipping.
people.
Bill
Shipping
Taggart
costs, that
already
was it.
controls public opinion. You can try to lift my spirit all you want, Mr. Jensen, but the facts don't change. To think I believed that my life could be spent helping people. What foolish arrogance. I was a failure as a doctor and as a political lobbyist, but I didn't learn my lesson. I had to try one last time. I had to go too far. I should have known better. But I was a born loser, Mr. Jensen.
Need a
And I am
slipcase or a
fated
book
to
you know who
die
to
as
call? Absolutely. Empathize.
I hear what you're saying. You care too much. I know what that's like. Too well. Because I've been there. You want to fix everything right away. You want it so much you start trying too hard. Trust me, if you deal with the smaller, easier stuff first, the big things don't look so big.
I care too much. I try too hard. Your empathy would be touching if it wasn't so condescending. I just told you everything I touch
God.
ends in failure.
God, no.
Don't tell me you know what that's like. No one does.
Pritchard, get this. The GPLs are still transmitting.
Okay, I'm gonna count that as a death. But I want him to live. He's gonna live. We're gonna save that man. Hi, kitty. I know, kitty. It's almost stream time over, kitty, but... Okay.
And this is why.
Skip. We're gonna do this. We're gonna save him.
How about I take that gun with me when I go?
Desperately
You
need
got
someone who
everything
can
you came for.
unearth the
Please,
good in
just
him.
leave.
He's irrational, insecure, and
Believe it or not, I'd rather you didn't kill
easily fall
yourself.
into gloom state from which he
That's
needs to
because
be
you have no
elevated.
idea what tortures I've endured. The guilt, the shame. I was told the scientists would be used to find a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis. Instead, I was involved in kidnapping and murder. My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher
He
court
is
of
an
yours?
Omega. Okay.
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the
Omegas,
violence committed
like
in the
the
name of our
cop.
cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to
The
tell
cop
him your
needed
side of the
tough
story.
love.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man.
I think
For
that's
years
what we
I
need
gave
to
him
do.
loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die,
I
he'll
think
never
tough
be able
love
to
has
use
to
me
be it
again.
because the right one is always for Omegas. This is always Omega. This is always Beta. This is always Alpha.
So that's your plan? Just lay down and die so you can't be used again? That's
Yes,
bullshit.
that's always a good thing, I
You
think.
need to face what's coming. There's a very thin line between martyr and victim, Sandoval. And if you pull the trigger, you won't be remembered as either.
You certainly like taking chances, Mr. Jensen. But your point has merit. Maybe I did give up too easily.
Yes.
It wasn't enough to be a doctor. Or to attack the infection at its source with Humanity Front. I had to try harder to help people, and I pushed too far. What else could I have done? How do people live in a world surrounded by human misery every day? Or am I the only person who feels this way?
Nah, I know what you mean. I think in empathize, he needs to be elevated. Yeah, it can fall into a gloom state from which he needs to be elevated. Gloom state. So I think he needs to be elevated.
You've got to be kidding me. You can do anything you put your mind to.
Yes.
You've earned yourself a doctorate. You became second in command to one of the most powerful men in the country. And you still kept trying harder. You've got more spirit than most people who think they're successful.
Spirit isn't the same as strength, Mr. Jensen. For it to work, it needs to be pushed in the proper direction.
Yes.
Some doctor. Some Catholic I turned out to be. Planning and participating in a kidnapping that resulted in the deaths of innocent bystanders. I am a mass murderer. My wife. I don't deserve her. Losing her is a just punishment. Except I'm not man enough to face it.
Gloom state again, huh? Yes.
You think you're a failure, but you're not.
Yes.
You're just
I
a
did it
man
again.
who doesn't understand his own
Excellent.
potential yet.
This system is
You
so
can still
good.
channel your regrets into something positive.
this makes
Be
dialogue
an example.
fun.
Teach people why violence isn't the answer. You've suffered way too much to let all that experience go to waste.
Oh. Oh, good to
I
know,
don't
Thor.
understand.
I thought that would be
We're
it.
enemies, but you want me to live. I deserve to die. In fact, I welcome it. But you won't let me go that easily. You've assigned me a task I cannot refuse. Take the gun. You win.
Pritchard,
Nice.
get this. The GPLs are still transmitting. Sandoval switched them to a lower frequency.
But they could be broadcasting anywhere in the world. I don't have the type of equipment we'll need to find them.
It's our only lead, Pritchard. You have to do something.
I know. Listen, the riot's still blocking the street entrance. Head back to your apartment and Malik will fly you over. Maybe by the time you get here, I'll have figured out something.
Torture-like experiments on teams of augmented super soldiers.
Okay, we have 3 books here that we can read.
CEO of the Taeyong Medical Corporation.
Let me see here. I can see the difference in graphical quality between that cutscene and the dialogue scene right now. I should didn't do that. Yeah, I know. That's what annoys me. I had that with was it Outlast? Outlast? Outcast? Outcast. You know what I mean. It was like a 1990s, 1999 game, but yeah, I agree. I'd rather see the game itself constantly. It looks so cool and atmospheric in that cutscene. When you jump back to in-game, it ruins the immersion. Yeah. It's true, the Alpha Mega is not represented outside the Fairmont. Oh, okay. You win and get a free gun. Yes. Excellent. One bullet. No, one bullet though. That's not good. Don't forget to actually take the gun. Yeah, that would be interesting. Doesn't look like I can though.
Thousands of angry rioters
Oh wait,
took
I
to the
can.
streets in several
Let's take that
cities
one
this
because
evening
I don't
after
trust him with that
viewing
one.
Controversial satellite footage uncovered by Picus. Detroit,
Let's
Toronto,
see.
Mumbai, and Rio de Janeiro all report violent clashes.
Hey, give me some advice here. I'm thinking, given the time, that I will probably read these 3 ebooks and then do a save. Or is it, do you think, a better idea to go in the chopper first and then start there next time? Practical Shootist Monthly. Ooh, that's a dark joke. Reviewed the last iteration of a classic, the Sazuk Arms Crossbow Compound Crossbow System. Asked if the silent kill is truly the best. Live fire analysis. Why would you be reading this?
We invite
And the Hong Kong
critics
Connaught
and
Technologies.
members of the UN to
Why would you
tour
be
our
reading this, buddy?
facilities firsthand.
Why is it wrong to have
They will
flamethrower
find
plus all our
nothing but
usual
order,
features and columns?
progress, and moral responsibility.
The myth of
Looks
human
as if the
augmentation.
ball is now
Story about
firmly in
Ezekiel,
the
a young
United Nations court.
story of Ezekiel.
This is Eliza
Young man
Cassell,
torn apart by the
reporting
trauma
to
of
you live
augmentation. A
from
man who was lucky enough to be able to help. He was a Marine, severely wounded in the Gulf, something to prove. He asked to be augmented and returned to duty. Shock of his chain self-setting a spiral of despair. That's an actual thing, actually. Body dysmorphic disorder. It happens to people who go under the knife for plastic surgery, and sometimes they then feel like they're not done yet. They need to finish themselves, and they get more and more surgery, and then they get disconnected from themselves. They don't recognize their own bodies. Body dysmorphic disorder. Read it. It's weird. He's able to turn around to convince having his augmentation removed. After recovering in humanity from the clinic, he's able to return to the man he'd once been, give moral case for a group's belief. He was truly healed.
I want the world to know that we at
Practice
Young
point.
Medical
Yes.
have not and never will
6 again.
condone these experiments.
The approach of Young Medical,
This
Isolate, and all the
company
others are using is crude, not
prides itself on
sophisticated. What we're
maintaining a
discussing here,
safe
hi kitty,
environment and an
is a method by
ethical
which the skin of a
approach
human
to
being can be
research
altered to
at
resemble
all
organic body
times.
armor.
We invite
Not the
critics
hide of
and
rhinoceros,
members of
despite whatever the
UN
advertising
to
campaigns
tour
might
our
say.
facilities firsthand. They will find nothing
One would demand the
but
work of a
order,
cosmetic surgeon.
progress,
Well now,
and
mesh a
moral
thin layer of material is
responsibility.
implanted directly
Looks
below
as
the
if the ball is
epidermis.
now firmly in the United Nations court.
That is a cool
This
idea
is
though.
Eliza Cassan reporting to you live from Picus.
Because might change his mind when leave the gun there after you leave. Exactly, Fub. Just do a takedown to be sure. Could I actually?
You
I
don't
can
need to
actually do that,
babysit
right?
me, Mr. Jensen. I have no intention of killing myself anymore. Nor will I resist arrest when the police arrive. I assume your people have already contacted them?
If they haven't yet, they will be soon.
Then go. Use the information I gave you to track down your scientists. With any luck, they will still be alive.
The men who kidnapped them, the soldiers.
I don't know who they were. Only last names. Barrett and Namir. I
Namir?
sensed they
The
were highly
submariner?
trained professionals.
Working for who?
I didn't ask. My brother, Ezekiel, put them in touch with me.
Your brother. Not Taggart?
Bill wouldn't be so stupid as to get his own hands dirty. I see that now. He's like Teflon.
The camera's
Nothing
weird that
ever
they're
sticks.
shifting in and out. Okay, I'm gonna get a tweet out for you very quickly.
We invite
so that you can
critics
see
and
what I'm
members
dealing
of
with
the
here.
UN to tour our facilities firsthand. They will find nothing but order, progress, and moral responsibility.
Looks as if the ball is now firmly in the United Nations court. This is Eliza Cassan
Indy
reporting
feels
to you
that
live
the
from Picus.
stream is over already. Hashtag, because everyone has to do hashtags
Thousands of
these
angry
days.
rioters
Hashtag
took to the streets in several
Twitch.
cities
I
this
understand
evening
from the kids
after
these days
viewing
that I need to start
controversial satellite
doing this
footage
more. Okay, I'm
uncovered by
tweeting this out
Picus.
for you.
Detroit, Toronto, Mumbai,
We'd recommend
and
finish
Rio de
before the
Janeiro
copter. You never play the
all
game, wink
report
wink.
violent clashes
What it
taking
was
place
about body dysmorphic
outside the
disorder?
doors of such well-known
Also, don't forget to
biotechnology
mention we're playing the
firms
Sprawl again on
as
Wednesday. Oh, we
Kusanagi,
are playing the
Isolate,
Sprawl again this
and
Wednesday,
Seraph
aren't we?
Industries. The footage sparking the riots
Kitty,
appears
give
to
me a
show
second.
scientists
My
performing
God.
crude, torture-like experiments on teams of augmented
Hi, Kitty.
super
Yes,
soldiers.
Kitty.
Just minutes
Hi,
ago,
sweet kitty.
Sal
Give me a
Yunfu,
second.
CEO of
Here's the thing.
Hong
He
Kong
believes that.
Comment.
Ugh.
I want the world to know that
He believes that he doesn't have food right now. I say he believes because he does. He just needs me to sit next to it. But yeah, Alex, just the body dysmorphic disorder, that idea where people get surgery or alter their body in ways that they feel it's not done. That's like the Michael Jackson effect, you know? It just he changes a little bit, but then it's not quite done. So he needs to change this and that and that and that. And that can lead to this weird disorder where people don't recognize themselves anymore. They change so much that after a while they just don't realize, you know, that they can look in the mirror and just not recognize themselves. It's a very, hi kitty. It's a very strange idea. I know, kitty. Give me a moment, buddy. Give me a moment.
Access granted.
Octothorpe tag? I have no idea what that is. Okay, what we're doing is I'm gonna be moving to the copter, and then right in front of the copter, that's where I will be calling it for the day. Saving it so that next time we can start and keep that introduction to get us right back into the story. Okay, where do I need to go? Chiron building. Man, this is useful. Whoa, whoa. Really now?
Stay quiet until the wagon gets here.
The paddy wagon? But indeed, Fub, thank you for the reminder. Next Wednesday, we are again going to be playing The Sprawl. If you love the cyberpunk aesthetic, which of course we have over here, then next Wednesday we're going to be playing the tabletop RPG The Sprawl. It's set in a cyberpunk world and features... it's indie. It doesn't feature indie. It features Huthor, Jexus is GMing it, Vanen in chat, Fake Alex Blue, Fub, and myself, of course. So I'm very happy that we get to be playing that again. Interesting enough, I don't know where we are right now because I didn't make the last session. Jexus hosts that one himself, so it's going to be an interesting surprise as to what's going on. But it is a story of corporations tracking us down, closing in on us, getting a chokehold on the lives of several individuals who are trying to resist the corporate influences. And it's an interesting sort of improv gameplay. It's that's the best description, I think. It's improv cooperative role playing gameplay where everyone has actually quite a lot of freedom to define what the story is going to be like. It's fascinating and a lot of fun to do. There we go. Okay, let's move up, and we are going to make a hard save at this point. Save successful. There we go. Octothorpe, plural, Octothorpe's hash of square symbol. Ah, Octothorpe, main telephony and computing. It's a legitimate disorder. Oh, I'm not saying that it's not a legitimate disorder. That's for one. With a wide variety of causes. I recommend you read up a little bit more because, like most of these things, it's on a wide spectrum. Oh, obviously, what I presented there was a gross oversimplification, but because pretty much everything in the end is. Most of psychological disorders aren't a single psychological thing. The best description I've ever heard is to argue that a disorder has a single cause is like trying to argue whether a rectangle is more defined by its width or its height. Obviously, the two interact. So, because it would be overly simplistic to say that getting surgery, cosmetic surgery, will automatically lead to this. It's always a combination of factors, both in psychological history of the person, a medical tendency towards something, the current sociological environment, the amount of support somebody has or lacks, or the human mind is a highly complex place. So yeah, I'm obviously not saying that it's not legitimate disorder and that it indeed is as simplistic as that. It's literally any human behavior like that is highly complex, and that's what makes humanity fascinating, really. But then again, that's just based on the knowledge I had as well when I first took the let's see, last I studied it was in, what was that? That was between 2002 and 2005, I think. So that's also pretty outdated knowledge when it comes to 10 years ago in the way that that was looked at the time, at least. But I'm assuming that is roughly the same. But that's a whole other conversation as well. Okay. I know, Kitty. I'll show you something here on the side. Wow, that is grossly distorted, but I think you can see him over there. That little kitty, hi kitty, demands that the stream be over, and unfortunately, I, as a mere poor paltry human, am subject to the whims of the felines. Wow, Hothor. Wow. With that, I'm going to leave it here. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, for being here with me. And keeping me company. I really appreciate it. I hope we can see you again tomorrow for more Deus Ex. We'll be continuing this and, well, tracking down where we need to go after this, because I'm very interested in seeing how much Seraph actually has to do with what's been going on and whether we can find the team. Exactly, Mark. And of course, if you can't make it tomorrow, I hope you can join all of us on Wednesday, where we will be playing The Sprawl. If you like tabletop, absolutely worthy of a watch. If you like Cyberpunk, worthy of a watch. If you love Deus Ex, it is worthy of a watch. So, I hope to see you around. I hope you have a good Saturday for what's left for you. And I hope to see you tomorrow.